everybody, this is Nick from Arcade-Hunters.com, coming to you with yet another video game arcade home port review. And as I said in the last video, Renegade, here's Double Dragon from 1988. Now, Double Dragon, a lot of people will consider the spiritual sequel to Renegade, because what Taito did was they took what they learned in Renegade and built on it with Double Dragon, adding 2-player support, more moves, bigger bosses, longer stages, more weapons, and just a whole lot more, and everybody loves Double Dragon. I remember playing this game with my brother in the arcade and being so excited when we finally got the NES version, and playing it for the first time. I was kind of disappointed, because when I found out that it did not have 2-player support, I was kind of miffed about that, because why would you call it Double Dragon and only be able to play with one player? It didn't really make any sense to me. And when I was a kid, I had a friend that lived a couple doors down from me, and he owned the Sega Master System, and he had the Master System version of Double Dragon. And when I was a kid, I used to think that was the superior version of the game, until I grew up and I finally played and owned the Master System version for myself. And when you play both of them side by side, unless you're playing with 2 players, the NES version really is the way to go. What they did was, obviously, you just heard me level up right there, was they added in the feature of being able to level up your character. So, in the beginning of the game, you can't really do jump kicks or most moves that you can do in the arcade game. But when you play through more of the game, you level up and you gain a lot more moves that you can't even do in the arcade game, like being able to attack characters on the ground and stuff like that. They really made a lot of stuff better to pretty much bring the game into the home port, to give it more than just a sequel for the arcade game. It just really added a lot more to it. And as you'll see here, I'm beating up the chicks with the whips, and I'm going to use the wall glitch that they have on the site that I remember from a pack of Nintendo trading cards that just said, oh, it's a glitch in the game, or I think they called it a secret. Oh, you'll only know this because you read the cards, but I think I did that as a kid. I remember going up on that wall for absolutely no reason. And there's a couple of other glitches in the game that a lot of people know. And here's the first encounter with a Bobo, who does not smash down a wall like he does in the arcade version. That kind of makes that really cool entrance that he has, but I just love how you can just knock him off the treadmill right there. And here we go on to Mission 2. Now, what they did in the home version was, since you can't play 2 players, they changed it that Jimmy Lee ends up being the boss of the game. So instead of fighting the guy with the machine gun, you end up fighting Jimmy as the leader of the Shadow Gang. And as I said, the game came out in a bunch of other consoles. Even the Atari 2600 had its own version that it just looks terrible, but it's just funny as hell to see that they even tried doing it on the Atari 2600. And they did come out with a great arcade port for Xbox Live Arcade on the 360. I'm pretty sure it's still on there, or not. I really hope it is, because it was a good version, and it was cheap. It was around 400 points on the Xbox Live Arcade. I should really pick it up again if I haven't picked it up. And if you don't own a Nintendo, it is on the Virtual Console for about 500 points. It's definitely well worth it. It's a great game to sit and play through once in a while. Unfortunately, for the video that I did, I only played through the 3rd stage, and right here, as you can see, I fell and killed myself. And now I'm going to fall and kill myself, and that's why I ended up cutting the review short. But, yeah, it came out on a bunch of systems. It came out on the Game Boy. A couple games came out on Genesis, and a couple other countries, Game Gear. Of course, the Double Dragon had a remake called Double Dragon Advance, which unfortunately I've still yet been able to find. 2600 snagged the one copy that was at Digital Press over in New Jersey, and I'm still kicking myself in the butt for not picking it up, because it's a really good remake of Double Dragon. They really did a great job with it, and it sucks that it's on Game Boy Advance, so you need another person with the Game Boy Advance and the link cable and the game to do 2-player, but yes, it's in there. There's also, I'm reading on Wikipedia, there's a lot of stuff on this with, there's a version on cell phone in Korea, stuff like that they're saying about that. Virgin Games had it on the Game Boy, Game Gear, Mega Drive, it was on the Atari Lynx, you know, everywhere. Double Dragon, you know, even to this day, it still has a huge impact on gaming with just beating them up everywhere. You can always go back to Double Dragon. So here's me playing the end of Double Dragon Stage 2. Hope you enjoyed it.